Me and Stu have decided to come down to Greystew Priory in Leicestershire. Been here a few times before. Great location. Obviously we're having to keep a distance because of the situation. You know, it's quiet down here, nobody's here, we're going to keep apart. We're going to do an EVP session and get the spirit box out, see what happens. So yeah, it's a place I've seen an apparition in the past, so it's somewhere where I get drawn back to time and time again. So hope you enjoy the video and let's see what we capture.
Right, here's the space station coming over us. Yeah, it's the ISS going over the ruins.
My name's Tony and Stu's here as well. Do you remember us? You're more than welcome to come and say something to us. What was this part of the ruin? The priory? It's not a ruin. The priory. What part of this priory? What was it used for in your day? Normally, when I asked about the French connection to the place, is there any French connection to the place? I would love to get some names. Is there a lady or a man here? So we'll slow it down for you a bit. If you're struggling a bit through this static. What's your name? Come on, you must have a name. We really want to speak with you. My name's Tony and Stu's in here as well. What happened in this place? What was it? Was this a church, this part? We'll ask a few more questions on this a minute. Can you smell smoke?
It smells smoke in there.
It's a smoky smell.
It smells Chinese there.
That's strange, isn't it? Are you bringing the smell to us? Getting the cold shivers, so we'll be back in again. You know what? If you don't have to tell us anything. Are you bringing the smell towards us? There's the bodies under it.
So what was it saying this woman's name is?
Well, they say Rosa, but we don't know if it's urban, you know, legend or if it's legit.
Okay then, we're going to ask out for Rosa now. If you could come forward and talk to us, we're in your ruins. Just say yes or no if there is a Rosa.
Something.
Right. Tony, going back a few years back, says he's seen the lady in white?
I did.
Whether it's you, Rosa.
Just there.
Just here.
Above that wall, looking down at me, over there.
So, was there another bit, or was there wooden panelling? I don't know, but apparently was she
She's blonde.
blonde, but was she apparently locked up there with the bloke who she was meant to be seeing or something?
So some historians said it a few years after when we came back, which was interesting because where that wall is there, she was looking outwards. I was standing 10 foot over that way, and I just turned round when somebody took a picture and it lit that wall up, and the lady was just staring at me, which was an amazing experience, but I've never seen anything since in here. So maybe it was just a one-off.
If this is true, if it is Rosa or anybody, can you know, come forward to us, say yes or no again, just something simple and basic.
That was decent.
I'm just going to see if it's camera's recording as well.
See, that's the wall there, and she was just here, just here, staring back at me in a white gown. Amazing. Once in a lifetime sort of capture, but it's only in my own mind. But I've seen it 100%. I've seen little flowers on her dress, so I know it's 100% real what I've seen. It wasn't just a white gown, it was patterned. And I've seen her face, I've seen the dark under her eyes, I've seen the pale, and I've seen the hair, it was blonde. Very, just down to below her shoulder length. So are you here, the lady I've seen over this wall? Come and have a chat with us.
Tell us, were you French? Were you Irish? Just come forward and talk to me, please.
That sounds like a voice.
Are you Irish? Just come forward and talk to me, please.
I don't know whether just leave that camera sort of rolling into that bit. I suppose I can have a look at that at some stage.
What about round here? We never do anything round here, do we? It makes you wonder what was in all this bit. And it was a massive priory, wasn't it? Because
Can you tell us? Did you go to heaven? As it was a priory, obviously you know, it's a religious thing. Did you end up going to the place which is meant to be so much better, to heaven? We need to do it like that because people don't believe us, do they?
no,
You need to get your voice on it, and then because we've had it before where people have said to us, "Oh, Well, that could be anything, but
It makes it harder to do the videos, but if that's what we have to do, we'll have to do it.
Yeah.
And it's 100% whatever comes out them recorders comes out of it. There's no messing around with us. We just do it because we enjoy it. We don't do it for money or anything. Well, I've seen pictures of it. It's massive.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that thing, but you still.
Let me ask a question there.
People are here at any one time.
Don't know.
Yeah,
Man,
try
isn't
with
it?
your recorder.
What's this part of the private then? We never actually normally do these side parts. We always sort of bypass it. What's here? Does anyone want to speak with us?
What's this part of the private then? We never actually normally do these side parts, we always sort of bypass it. What's here? Does anyone want to speak with us?
Well, that was a full
That was
sentence.
quite good, wasn't it? Oh, wasn't it? We said before somewhere there's the kitchen area.
Well, the kitchen area is further up. That's very good up there. I've had some excellent EVPs from there before. Let's just do this first bit along here. Keep walking up here and asking out some questions, and then we'll go behind this wall bit. And we better take our bags just in case.
Yeah. Well, what we'll probably do is when we're asking out, I'll record and you record as well, and just see if they pick up anything the same or different.
It's very localised. We think whatever talks these recorders is at least, it's got to be within 2 foot. So we're keeping a clear couple of metres distance from each other. We should. Try under there, Stu, see.
I wonder
What would this be?
yeah, I don't know. Can you tell me what this was? This? Well, I should imagine it's an outer wall, isn't it? And what did this lead into? Did it lead into a great hall? Or the
Reception room. Can you tell me now, please? See, when you laugh, we have to keep saying that to Barry, don't we? I know.
Got a voice right at the end, Stu. Real good in. They're real good in them.
I was holding the recorder like that, but it seemed like something was chatting amongst when I was
Yeah.
doing it.
Well, when I go back on it all, I'll have a good listen to
These
it.
don't seem very loud at the minute though. Have you turned them down a bit? The volumes on
I
them?
don't think so. Sometimes it's better though because you
Yeah,
get a
it's
better
not
quality
too- yeah.
when you actually review them properly. You get a much better quality EVP than when it's screaming and shouting and all that
Yeah, obviously
nonsense.
that was a fireplace there, so that was another floor there then.
So this is just down a level.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't
It's
it?
amazing, isn't it?
You imagine the ceiling here above your head, all the way over to that other part, over there. I mean, look at the sky tonight, look. It's beautiful, isn't it? Right, what part here then? There's somebody upstairs who's now obviously no longer upstairs. Come and have a chat with us. We want to communicate. We want any names or see what you want to speak to us about.
Come and have a chat with us. We want to communicate. We want any names or see what you want to speak to us about.
Oh, that was good.
Something there. Let's have a listen to this one then.
I tell you what, I've gone all cold after that.
Let's
I don't know.
just play that. There is a little something. It could be yours, but obviously fainter because, like I say,
Similar sort of thing, isn't it?
I mean, I tried to hold it out as flat in my palm as I can, so there's no.
I mean, what would this be here? So there's a fireplace. So this would be like a hall, wouldn't it? You'd think.
Must be.
I mean,
Well, that's the chap. Is that the chapel then?
well,
We think that must be like the church or the chapel to the priory.
well, it's mad because all this grass here that you dismiss, when you think about it, look, this was just all rooms and this was the middle of it.
I should imagine obviously there's accommodation for the...
Wouldn't you love to us? Wouldn't you? I'm going to have to find a picture, so when we do this video, I'm going to show a photograph of what it looked like.
There is one, I think. I think we've probably actually seen.
Should we stand in the middle and do some questions? Like we never ever stand in the middle of it, and that puts us right in the middle of the priory, because you just don't see a roof and you don't see any walls, so you just dismiss it as, oh, it's just grass. But you got to think what was here. Right, so I'm miles away, right in the middle of the priory, which would be a maze of rooms, I'd assume. So who's here with us? If you want to speak to us, we're in the year 2020, which has been an absolute stinker, if I'm honest with you. But anyway, would you like to speak with us?
So who's here with us, if you want to speak to us? We're in the year 2020, which has been an absolute stinker, if I'm honest with you. But anyway, would you like to speak with us?
Man.
I thought there sounds like something there.
Right, I'll have a good listen to that. Let's keep wandering up here. Watch the dips in the ground. Let's keep along this perimeter bit here, Stu. Well, this is a good bit here. I've had some really...
like takeaway.
Yeah, I do.
Bit Indian and Chinese
Yeah.
combined.
I think
I'm hungry.
I think it's just the grass. I think it's some of the flowers.
Yeah.
But
Some of the weeds.
I've had some decent EVPs in this bit here before.
The glass satellite up there was in.
Yeah.
That's good. That's the fast one.
Go around the back of this bit here, Stu. This is good round here. Had some good stuff here before.
There's a plane coming in a minute. Look at them swinging round.
Another one coming out of East Midlands. This is apparently the old kitchen bit. And I tell you what, it's active in here.
Oh, it's a big fireplace here, isn't there?
I've had some real good results here before. I've had a camera set on fire pretty much, which was strange. Stand in this fire surround it here, Stu.
This looks a bit like it's been.
This is like the kitchen. I'll tell you what, this is active. I've had some amazing EVP here, and I bet it won't let us down tonight.
Right, come on then. If there's anybody in this area, the old chefs, you know, you chefs like to get angry and that when you're in the kitchen. Can you come and communicate to us, please? Just come forward.
There's a little voice, but see if I got anything.
Anybody in this area, the old chef, you chefs like to get angry and that when you're in the kitchen. Can you come and communicate to us, please? Come forward.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. So we've got a chef here, have we? Because we're about 2 metres apart, these recorders only pick up very locally. I've estimated about 2 foot maximum around you. I've tested things before, spoke and walked away, so we know it's very, very localised. So come on, I'm 2 metres away from Stu. Would you like to say anything else? I've heard you talk before, you must know us. We're regulars to this place. Come on, come and speak with us. We have no disrespect to you, we just want to hear what you've got to tell us in this priory. Not much then. Come on, we'll move around this kitchen.
It was quite funny tonight because I just went to have a rest and luckily Tony phoned me up because I was going to go the other side of Leicestershire.
That'd have been great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And if we do
I
catch,
thought we was going to another location.
if we'd have caught some evidence, and this would never have happened, because we'd have realised it was an absolute balls up. But yeah, it's another part of the. Let's stand around here, Stu. See here, look.
Yeah.
Is this another fireplace or a window?
It's sort of a window. Yeah.
Right, are we somewhere else now in the Priory? Are we out the kitchen? Are we maybe in a side room to the kitchen, preparation or something?
We may be in a side room to the kitchen,
So I've
preparation
seen a
or
little
something.
light flash down there, just to the side, right hand side of the path.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Better check it's not someone in the Priory.
We may be in a
No,
side room
no,
to the
it's
kitchen,
just-
preparation or something.
Whereabouts?
Oh, it could be just something there. I just thought of seeing it again. It might be a reflection from the cars on a post. Just keep seeing it. Yeah, there's something just there, isn't there? Then it goes in the car.
I don't think so.
Probably a post or a sign thing.
At the back end of the Priory, we never. This churchy bit that's really active. It might not have been a church, but I.
Now this is better than coming down in the middle of winter, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Come on.
but we're mad enough to do it, aren't we? Hey, what's this sign say? Way up, it's the
Is it
photograph of it. Look at it, look. That's phenomenal. Just to think that it's just grass in the middle. Ah, it's the church, the cloister, the chapel house. It's the chapel house, too. 20th century brick pier. East Range.
Well, this is the brick pier then. They've put
Kitchen,
this.
that's where we've just been. Outer court.
So this here must be obviously to hold it up, isn't it? What they've put here, because obviously it was
Yeah.
collapsing. So this is
Yeah, so this is the, what was it, the chapel.
the chapel.
So what would that be for you as a chapel? What just the church? Or, yeah.
Well, the chapel, yeah, the church where.
Would they bury people in there?
I'm quite surprised because it. Because
It's not big enough, is it?
no, when you think how big the complex was, and these were people who wanted to pray to God and whatever they did, it's not that big, is it? Or is it more of the special people who? I don't know.
Well, ask out. So obviously the lady who was at the end of the chapel. Then what was you, the lady I seen in the white gown? What was you to do with this place? Do you have a name? And why was you just out of the chapel?
So why was you just out of the chapel?
That was quite.
It was, wasn't it?
Shall we do that
I think you
again?
do need to turn it up a minute. Hang on.
What is really why, you know, these religious people, which I never understand, why were they so cruel as well? You know, to brick a couple up in a wall for obviously
Just being together.
being together, yeah, and it's just I don't understand that.
Round Oh, me. Well, that wasn't me who asked the question, was it?
No,
That was
Tony's
Stu.
the magnet.
I'm just standing here with the camera tonight, letting
I'm
Stu
not
do
gonna
it.
stand too close to it in case they get a bit
I know.
stuffed and chuck something
Well,
on there.
there's no reason why someone couldn't get lobbed, and that's
Yeah.
what you got to worry about, really, haven't you? Oh, what's that there?
Is Stu being reasonable or is he being unreasonable?
Not much. That was good. Try it again. That was a proper voice.
Something at the end, yeah.
So who's talking, Stu, then? Is he talking your sort of language,
Well,
or are you upset?
Is this the language of what I'm talking, which is upsetting you for your religion? Because, you know, I think myself, I'm a good person. I don't have to go to church to confess my sins. I know what's right from wrong. Yes, and everybody tells a little white lie now and again, but, you know, there's people who...
Well, who's the woman then? Here, let's get behind here, look. This is where the woman must have been. So there must have been a second floor here, Stu. Right, I'm going to ask out again for this lady. I seen you about 6 years ago. Blonde hair, white gown, flowers at the top. Pale, you must have been 23. Can you tell me your name so I can identify who I seen? It was amazing that you showed yourself to me.
Blonde hair, white gown, flowers at the top. Pale, you must have been 23. Can you tell me your name so I can identify who I've seen? It's amazing that you showed yourself to them.
Never ever talks.
Come on,
She must be.
Tony's really annoyed about this because he's seen this.
I come here once a year at least.
We just need communication. Was that you who peeked over this wall? Just come and communicate to us. Just say anything you want to say.
You peeked over this wall. Just come and communicate to us. Just say anything you want to say.
It always goes quiet. See if you've got anything.
No.
Go on, you can speak to us still. Anybody here with me? My name's Tony. I've been down here numerous times. You must know who I am. Must have been a fantastic location. Massive priory, but all you got now is the outside of it left in bits and pieces. Tell you, we've had good stuff here before. What happened here then? Is there two males here? So you've gone quiet with me now, have you? Got a really good voice here.
Good.
I'll ask again, is it the monks? It's what Stu's picked on before. Are you two monks? Did you used to run this place? What would monks be doing in the priory? I'm asking a silly question here, probably.
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, we don't know,
Is
do
a
we?
priory nuns then?
Well, yeah,
And
but
a monastery is a monkery.
yeah, but were these two blokes up to no good? Is that right? We up to no good? Is this why Stu said there's a couple of angry people here, males?
Is that right? We up to no good. Is this why Stu said there's a couple of angry people there? Male.
No communication back.
Is the priory nuns there?
retching.
Somebody was that a sneeze or?
No, somebody retching.
Where's that going to come from?
I don't know. There's like a pathway up here though.
Oh, there is that bit round. But you have to walk back that way, don't you?
Yeah.
Because isn't there like a stream or something
Yeah.
there?
Somebody sounded like they were retching.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh,
That's all you need. To be in the middle of nowhere and some fucker starts retching in the bushes in the middle of a forest.
yeah, but it is quite well used, isn't it? Now?
What,
Yeah,
like 12, what,
yeah, well,
11 at night
Oh,
still?
it's like us odd pods in here, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
mean, what are they going to think if they come over here and see us? They're going to shit themselves. Excuse my language. This was a good bit here where somebody caught an EVP near this chimney pot here still. I think we'll do another 10 minutes and 5 minutes then wrap it. It's been a good little session. It's been more thorough than what we've done before. We've been, in the past, we've stayed in one area too much. Watch it down here, there's a dip. This is where some woman caught the most amazing Irish voice I've ever heard. It said, to be sure, I am her mother. And it was so clear, it was like human. I've never heard anything like it, and I was there when she pressed the button.
I mean...
So there must be an Irish connection to this bit.
Okay, well, I don't know what we're going to say about this Irish connection thing, but let's just say... Well, we haven't said this for a while. Is there a heaven and is there a hell?
Mother. Come on, to be sure, I'm their mother. What you said.
Oh, that was superb.
Here we go again.
What's that say, Stu? Have a listen to your ear, see what you can make out what it says. I've gone cold, all cold.
So where it says near the end, it says sure to be sure again. I'll just play one more time.
Something
So
again.
sure.
Something again, or... But I tell you what, that was a really, really good voice. How about just drift up this way here?
It's like being in Spain, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it? What, about 18, 19 degrees at night?
Yeah.
There, Stu. So there must have been a floor, say there.
Possibly, yeah, this could have been deeper here.
I mean,
I
wonder who she was. I keep having the name in my head with an A, like Annabelle.
On satellite, that's
It's like Annabelle. Annie or something.
Goodness, we don't want Annabelle. Is it Annabelle talking to the silver box for me, please, Annabelle?
Hey up. Listen to that. That's a woman.
Okay, let's see what we've got.
That was brilliant. Listen to this. Right, thank you, Grace. And people who watch our videos on the Haunted Hub, you know, we've not been out for a long time, but we're going to start trying to do some more local stuff again, and maybe stuff around the Midlands. See what happens with this pandemic. Hope it goes fast so we can start doing some.
It'd be nice to try and get in. I mean, it's probably the best time to do what we says we're going to do.
What, the pubs?
The pubs.
But yeah, but who will let people in at the moment? Why you got? Why you
if
got?
it's only 2 of you,
Well,
or whatever, and you can, you know.
Well, we'll see what.
Otherwise, they're going to be busy, and then you've got to wait till silly o'clock and.
Well, we'll see what we can do anyway, but we're hoping to do more. But obviously things are difficult at the moment. We've got to be outdoor really, and we've got to keep a good distance. And as soon as things settle down, we're hoping to get some regular, once a month, bigger locations. And there's 5 or 6 of us, maybe more. We're up for doing it. So hope you enjoy this, and let's see what we get on the review. And we'll see you on the next one.